In this video, I'm just going to give you a very short introduction to the part of fortune. I have another video in which I do sort of a long riff on the symbolism of the sun, moon, and rising that basically makes up the part of fortune so that you can understand it more deeply. Here, I just want to do a sort of a recap and just the symbolic interpretation. And then in a future video, I'll go through each of the signs, combination or signs of the part of fortune, and then the houses. So I'll do two different videos for that. But I just want to give you the brief overview, especially if you don't feel like watching the symbolism video. So here I just want to say that the part of fortune is not something in the universe. So, when you're born, basically the moment of your birth is encoded by the chart. However, the chart is something you choose prior to choosing the incarnation, or it's how you choose the incarnation. But the moment of your birth is symbolized in that. So everything, basically all the features of the planets, the sun and the moon, are fixed, and they all symbolize something. And that basically tells you, this is the form, the basic form that I picked for this incarnation, and it's an order that I can accomplish my intent for taking it, and thereby to channel the universal will through my incarnation and gain a certain experience this time around. The part of fortune is not one of the things out there in the universe that are represented in the chart. So it's not something you can actually take a telescope and you can find the part of fortune. It's mathematical. And essentially all it is you take the zodiacal positions of the sun, the moon, and the rising, and you mush them together into one point. And I'm going to show you the formula now. So if you, basically can make sure that your software is using that formula. And that then basically, so that calculates the point, and then that part of fortune is essentially the best and most harmonious way from which to move from those three features of you: the sun, which is your ego center, your consciousness, and that which you can bring through the light of spirit if you work it correctly; your moon, your astral nature, which is your receptive self, and that which can reflect the light of spirit in the rhythms of nature; and finally the earth, which is the rising, which is the elemental makeup of you so that you can act in accord with your astral nature and with your sun that reflects the spirit. So the part of fortune is your power center. If you can learn, study by sign and house what it represents, then you can begin to focus on it. You can move from that spot in whatever you're doing in life. It doesn't matter if you're a teacher, a parent, a dancer, you're basically a farmer. It really doesn't matter what you do, but if by focusing on what is represented by the house, which is the department of life in which the part of fortune is, so that should be kind of like your center of power, and the sign, which basically says how you should move from that center, then if you can master that, you can always be successful in whatever it is that you're doing. So that's the significance of why to move from your part of fortune. And I will do another video in which I tell you more about the specifics depending on what yours is. So I hope that you found this useful. If you do have any questions for me as you're watching these videos, please feel free to it's probably actually go ahead and put them on the comment section. Thank you very much.